Today we are going to correctly show you how to remove and release the tension on the belt tensioner. What you're going to need to use is a 1/2-inch ratchet or breaker bar and put it in the square slot. You're going to use a 10mm bolt by 80 millimeters long, and there's a small hole in the back that you're going to give a little downward pressure and push the bolt in. Now you have released the tension on the fan belt. For the accessory belt, you're going to need to use a 6-inch extension, no longer. And there's a square slot right here. There's a slot to put in the bolt. And again, a little downward pressure, lock it in place, and now both belts are loose on the belt tensioner. Now that the belt tensioner has been pinned, both fan belt and accessory belt have been released. We'll be able to remove the belts. The easiest way to do this on the fan belt is to remove it at the bottom on the dampener. And then we can just turn the belt sideways here, slide it behind the tensioner, and then weave the belt through the fan blades. And now the fan belt is off. Now to remove the accessory belt, you just need to grab the belt off of the crank pulley, then slide it off. Again, push it sideways through the tensioner. Pull it off of the water pump, and again weave it through the fan blades until the belt comes off. Now to install the belt, we'll start off with the accessory belt first, and then we're just going to weave this through. And now we'll be ready to install it onto the belt tensioner. We're now ready to install the accessory belt. The easiest way is to take the smooth side, slide it onto the fan pulley, and then slide it back. The next step, you just take the belt, put it around the AC pulley, and pull it down around the alternator. It's now in place, and we can now work on the left side of the engine. Now that we have the belt on the right side of the engine, we can now make sure everything goes correctly on the left side of the engine. The easiest thing to do is to make sure that you have some tension on the belt, that you do have the belt around the crank pulley at the bottom, that you slide the belt underneath the pulley at the top, that you put the shiny or smooth side around the belt here at the bottom, and then slide it over the water pump, making sure that all the grooves are matching in the water pump, and then check the right side to make sure that the belt is also in all the grooves on the right side of the engine. Now we can install the fan belt, and again we're going to weave this through the fan blades until we get it to the other side. And now we'll be ready to install it. Now we can install the fan belt. The easiest way is to take the ribbed portion, put it below the belt tensioner, and slide it up and on. We're going to make sure that the belt goes around the smooth portion of the pulley on the belt tensioner and onto the fan hub. And then finally you want to push this on to the crank pulley. Once everything's on, you should be able to see that all the grooves are in place and that there are no twists in the belt. The next step is to remove the pins or bolts from the belt tensioner. We'll use a 6-inch extension, and we're going to remove the bolt from the accessory arm. A little bit of pressure and remove the bolt. Take the extension off, and on the front arm for the fan belt, we're going to go ahead and grab the bolt, a little bit of pressure, and remove the bolt. Now both belts have tension.